quite some time and actually did have a lot of hype while he was there as well. GuGer spent some time on TPA and many other regions as well, so...
Band of Misfits, I think, is a way to think about it. GuGer was that captain of Kongdon Monster, but not their most recent time. That was secret.
Yeah,
as a starting support there. Two coaches shake hands. I think both of them come away saying, okay, we got a pretty standard draft here. No one's lost the game in draft. Nothing's happening in this game. ES Shark's going to run at the Mountain Drake and take it.
True shot barrage, almost steals, but there's a smite there for catch.
This is our time to go off target. Nothing's happening in this game.
Well, Root's actually taking a lot of damage towards the bottom side of the map. Silver Bolt's landing. The ultimate is in there. The flash through. Nova just dies mid-air. He was trying to bring down the fissure, but it never even happened.
And that was the ignite on the match, it feels like, and suddenly they come in pretty late. They still don't see the health bar until now.
Yep, they get the vision of it. Sees,
okay,
takes that one away. All right, the choo-choo train comes
Oh!
forward. He skips past Lindarang, but the Cataclysm is there to stop the Scion from getting through. True Shot Barrage does do some work as GuGer has to gobble up Kuzan. But you can see Lighty's starting to pop up again. The Braum falls down. Kuzan has to flash. The Cleanse is there for the Ignite, but he's so low. Void Rush will finish him off, and now Light follows him through. All the damage is now dead as they have to try and escape. But the Realm Warp is going to follow them through. Jisu gets locked down. He'll go into the Zombie Scion form, and I have a feeling it's going to be a very early ace for Jin Air, and in fact, that's the fact.
Not a perfect ace, but an ace nonetheless. An Atlas laning phase for a 5v5 fight that Light covers. That's not how they usually approach, so I feel like we're seeing that where it came to a team fight. Their call is split.
His way out.
I'm pretty sure Lindarang, if he had flash up, could run away from them. So yes, with Jarvan, eventually Cinderhulk Jarvan does 300 damage, but we saw a Rakan with Baron backdoor next to a Jarvan in that G2 versus Fnatic game. So Cinderhulk Jarvan doesn't really do any sort of out of place in LCK, but not on one team. ES Sharks standarded their way to this tournament. I don't know if standard's going to be enough to win.
Well, there's the flash condemned to straight up not hit Lindarang. Guts him out of the way of the train as well as he gets the passive sidesteps, and Cataclysm finally finishes him off. But it's a 1-for-1. He just murdered Light on his way out.
Awkwardly, Jin Air is getting so much of the map objectives before we even have 2 items on Light. And I think for me, especially knowing where Kuzan and Jisu have carried so many games on Renekton, Corki, all these things, I would argue no. Jisu shorts the R.
He does. He gets taken down to about half health as Light. He's frontlining. That is not what you want to be doing. Does have the ultimate and finally gets himself into a decent position. Gets the tumble, but Grace gets into the backline, and Lindarang is gigantic. Eventually, the quadra kill comes in. Light gets 1 kill, but that is not going to be enough. 11-5 as Jin Air are just rinsing ES Sharks.
And that absolutely is the greatest illustration of our point. Not worth it to get this Vayne to this point. Initiation shorts, the option short.
But he's not going to be done for a little while, and right now feels like he's just going to have to work with having a bit of a rough time so far this game. True Shot Barrage is avoided with a tumble there from Light.
We've learned not to send Jisu to the LCS for the Scion drifting game.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I think he's failed 3 times so far.
But his Kled's so good.
Oh, it's another Vayne gank.
It is.
Lindarang may just kill him. Yeah, first overload hits. The flash comes in, misses the condemn again. As, okay, doesn't actually kill him on the way out, but there's no way Lindarang is dying at this stage.
The base, by the way, the base.
Yeah.
the base.
No, but we're going to kill Lindarang.
No, but the base.
All right, okay. Well, Kuzan is now just trying to find some minions to hit. Can't actually get there. Inhibitor falls in the mid lane, will fall on the top side as well. And what did we just gather there, ES Sharks? I think the answer is not a heck of a lot.
If you're going to Vayne flank, why didn't you draft carries so Vayne could try to flank? The whole point is to fight behind the thick boys.
Oh my goodness. First pick Rise, though, is a scary one. So I do like that Jin Air were able to capitalize on it so effectively. I have a feeling we're not going to see it in game number 2. Grace moving on up here in the mid lane as Lindarang's unchallenged versus Jisu taking this inhibitor down. Jisu even takes half of his health bar. The last remaining inhibitor is now under fire as the train once again is just going to crash into the wall. Jisu in trouble. Blade of the Ruin King comes forward. Nova doesn't find the ultimate, but still they're in a good position. Ultimate flies onto Grace, but isn't going to pick up the kill as Catch is going to be low. Light dies as an afterthought there to Root, who's just throwing spells out left, right, and center. And Jin Air should be able to take this game here just as 30 minutes ticks over. Nexus turrets are obliterated by this Rise. He's an artillery cannon. As Jisu, he spent some time on the fountain. It was not long enough. Still some low health bars here as they dive forward. Catch does go golden. Jisu is relatively tanky, trying to get on that tank line, but once they decide to take him down, he is very dead, and Nova is the only target he can move towards. The Nexus is going to go down, and Jin Air Greenwings, the Glad plane, flies right over the top of ES Sharks.
Absolutely, Atlas. Honestly, they seem to put ES Sharks out there.
It's going to be a rough matchup here for this guy.
We caught Teddy on screen as well, so
yeah,
a pair of SKT Spring champions. They'll be going over to Vietnam before too long. I've been saying these very early Corkis, and just in this case, blind pick Corki without even a Lissandra option on the enemy side was bold. I think Lucian is the normal way to go, but the exciting way
But you can see Jin Air, they're moving on up, and ES Sharks have left 2 members here. Oh my goodness, all 5. Nova thinking about the face check, does land the tongue lash, so Catch, they know where he is. Vision is given, but now they're getting routed. Kuzan wants to try and get in there. Jisu comes forward. He's going to eat one of his corrupting potion charges as Catch. That's not your turret. And that's first blood going over to Nova. This is called Hell in a Handbasket, Pub Smithy, and this is a really bad time.
So it's sort of conquer where Corki should find lots of inroads in the mid lane.
Yep, Grace going to get knocked up, does use the flash. Kuzan immediately flashes after and makes it into the brush. Sees, comes on forward, gets the movement speed like you say. From the Rift Scuttler, Catch comes forward, sees, grabs one, flashes. It's 1 kill for Kuzan, but the Death Defy is in there, and that saves Grace's life. 1 for 1.
Is a double buff, Corki, and that's annoying.
That is. Hook is going to land there as Nova actually thinks that this is a time to engage. Sees is making his way down.
Ganking
the wall of pain gank is going to come in. Light's going to flash very early. Hail of Arrows comes forward, gets another flash, and that's a successful gank for the Karthus.
This game is such a
It's
fiesta
so
already.
silly. Well, Kuzan's looking for Grace. He's going to get slowed by the red buff. Gatling Gun doing some work there as well as GuGer getting chased out of his own jungle by a Karthus, which is just ridiculous. He loves Skittles on the side of the Thresh. Light comes on forward. He's going to need it as Nova. He flashes on in. He has the damn... Oh, this is just ridiculous. Root flashes forward. Light grabs one of the kills. The Wall of Pain not going to find the slow. The Death Defy comes forward. It's a good knock-up there from Catch's Root. Is trying to do what he can, but the Smite will keep Catch very much alive here underneath his inner turret. Remember, guys, this whole while, Jinx has been denied about 2 minion waves.
I didn't watch Expendables 2, but I feel like I'm getting it now, Atlas.
That's exactly right, and Root is certainly in that line of fire. He's trying to do damage to Catch, but Kuzan's here. He's still got that red buff like we were talking about before. His Corki is real strong. 2-0 now. And this game is really comfy there, but Jisu went back home finally. Has the Sheen built up, as well as a Ninja Target for some extra movement speed and damage reduction.
Not often
Seas comes
you
on
take
over
the Drake next to Tom Ken's Varus, but there we go.
Yeah, Flame Chompers are down, but the ultimate lands there from Light. Trying to do what he can. Kuzan dives forward with the package. He's flashing, he's trying to get on top. As Grace gets 1 kill, but it's a double for the Jarvan. Requiem does basically nothing there as Kuzan's able to get out behind enemy lines. Nova's hunting him down, Grace there as well. I have a feeling that the Corki's not going to get out of this one. Does get in there, but there's the ult. And Grace will be able to get rid of Kuzan eventually. It was an odd use of his spells, but eventually all of them pile gold behind, but they're probably pretty happy to keep playing this one out. Dark Passage is taken, Flag and Dragon.
Dirt completed on Grace. You look at his opponents, do notice that Noni exhausts on Kuzan.
Well, Light does take the Dark Passage, the flash in. It is going to be the Death Mark that locks down the kill with the help of the Piercing Arrow, and he's right back to safety is Grace. He found a secondary LeBlanc.
They used to lock to get 1 kill. It's definite super overkill between the two. There was no exhaust between the duo. Top side.
Yeah, going to try and make it a 1-for-1 here as Lindarang's trying to get these autos in there. Okay, he's doing all right. Bilgewater Cutlass is finally used onto Catch, and that means that he has to get out. Lightning Rush is there, and Pikachu survives.
Let's hold the point then.
We're going to watch a Cannon Barrage on the bottom side. Nova does get the Gobble Up onto the Varus, and will spin him out, and goes aggressive as well as Catch going to get ulted. Light in trouble now as Seas does eventually kill him. It's one more Skittle to be eaten. Catch flashes out of the way of it as GuGer into his stopwatch. Grace underneath the turret. Gets himself immediately back out again as the big one almost kills him on the back end. Dark Passage is sitting there. Kuzan can grab it if he wants to, but he wants to try and clear out some minion waves underneath this.
He did use his ultimate through it. Finally, the objective, though, to the side of Jin.
Yep, Mountain Drake is going to come in. The amount of lay wastes that are missing is actually breaking my brain.
Most times in this game, so yes, Teamfight Z could be shut down by an exhaust, but this is one.
Available shurikens don't land onto Kuzan. And the Corki moves on up. They're looking for Root. Cataclysm comes in as Nova does have the Devourer in place. Catch in trouble, but he has himself the stopwatch. And the Cannon Barrage finishes off the Zed. Now the Jinx gets excited as Light. He's taking lay waste, but the last one doesn't land. The Requiem, is it going to be enough to kill? It is! Not able to lifesteal enough, and ESS is still going to move up and try and get some damage on these turrets.
Double Pen is successful there. Jisu definitely not KR challengers.
No, they're not challengers. Although a lot of these players are challengers. As there's a Slicing Maelstrom, and Jisu may have just thrown his life away. Does eat some oranges. He will be K. Grace, that's a beautiful dodge, and Kuzan goes golden to celebrate the fact that Grace got out alive. Jin Air have decided that they're taking down an inner turret, and there's nothing that anyone else can do to stop them, and they're entirely correct. As that goes down, more money over to Jin Air, but Light is just soloing down this outer turret pretty easily.
In the mid lane outer turret and the outer bot to inner bot lane turret, it's always pretty hard to find equivalent.
Well, we've got some barrels in the brush. Kuzan gets on in, the hook is going to land, delivers GuGer into the backline. The package going to be utilized as C's, taking a lot of damage. Hopefully he doesn't die as Grace gets exhausted. The Requiem comes through. Kuzan, is he going to survive? The answer is yes, but Light, not so lucky. And Jin Air, I thought that they'd been routed, but it didn't matter. Just the Karthus leaves the fight and kills someone.
There's no front line for ESS, so they push up, they try to get a kill. Karthus backs off, they start ulting, and they're like, wait, we can't fight front back anymore. And they have to back away. So Jin Air going to pick up a second Mountain Drake. Means they're super effective in this game, but it's his playstyle. He really is the most active Karthus.
You know, paints 1,000 words, sorry, is better than 1,000
Could
words.
I redeem my EU Masters meme for 1,000 words about this game?
Yeah, you can trade that one in as Lindarang trying to get the autos in, but Jisu too much damage. The Requiem going to come out. Is he going to die? Yes, he is. That was a rocket. Could have been good. Well, Infernal Drake is going to go down. That's going to go to Jin Air very easy, because that's what it should have been. Is the ultimate not going to land onto Kuzan, but Grace does have his. Exhaust comes out. Deathmark not enough to kill. Requiem's going to be, though. See you later, mate. Guardian Shield. Oh, that's a cute idea, GuGer, but it's not enough. And now the Baron will go down. Catch is looking for it. Cannon Barrage is in the Baron pit, but you can see Lindarang, he takes an inhibitor. So there's no need to go for a 50-50. Still going to, though, as Catch not going to walk over the wall of pain. The Baron down very, very low. He's doing a lot of work in this fight. Almost gets himself in range, but Cease is able to lock that one down. The J4 is going to follow as Light looking for some autos. Grey Health going to be utilized as there's the Merc Scimitar that you were looking for, Papa Smithy. Cease knows that he's dead. He wants to take someone down with him. 800 gold going to the Jinx. We'll see whether that's actually relevant, as Empowered Recalls will get Jin Air home. Decision to make. If you want to auto-attack the control,
you know what was
down,
pretty inopportune? With no vision of the enemy team, unleashing the Dora the Explorer version
yeah,
of an 80
know, right?
character. What was he doing?
Dying. The inner turret also going to die. Grace is going to be able to easily take down the inner on the top side as well. So that is 7 turrets. Remember, there are super creeps on the bottom side of the map, as Lindarang had done his job expertly. The better ninja here is the Cannon, who's got himself a whole bunch of items. He even has a BF sword on top of his first 3. This on-hit cannon is just Murder Cannon.
And that's a full pen as well. So
yeah, that's doing over 500 damage almost every time.
One of the reasons that you kind of brainlessly build Oblivion Orb into Necronomicon is because Karthus' base damages are very high, and his ult hits everyone, so it's already a huge amount of flat damage.
He's going to use it to soften them up. Jisu takes half of his health bar, as does Kuzan, and no one can defend inhibitor turrets.
In hindsight, they should have actually had the Baron buff on the minions, hit the minions there faster, but I still appreciate the play. 7 out of 10.
I mean, all of the inhibitor turrets have gone down. Lindarang uses Lightning Rush to get himself out of the way. Light does have a good Mercurial Scimitar. That is a Devour opportunity for Nova that's very, very easy, and Jin Air not going to get punished whatsoever. 2 inhibitors fall down with no response. ES Sharks, a lot of desperation, but not a lot of action as Grace gets an Electrocute proc to get the win. Light also going to be going down here as the ultimate's in. Lindarang, remember, that ult doesn't do a lot of damage, but it still looks like it does, as he does fall, but the sacrifice is not going to be in vain. A 2-0 for Jin Air, and they'll meet KT in the winners match on Thursday.
It was a series, Atlas. It was a hell of a series between Jin Air and ES Sharks. I think ES Sharks must have been having some stage nerves because they were really